They ran that in their previous game too. But I think this is so much about what value Victor is able to achieve.
That's the storyline, I think. Couldn't agree more.
If he plays like he did in that second game against Urshia, this might be all wrapped up in 2.
Yeah, and Victor on the Neon as well. I mean, they've pulled it out. It's a role that he's been playing more and more of. Yay.
It's a great start.
Yeah, tries to play in the corner. Quick little whip around. Victor's taken out as well. Luckily, the trade was there as crashies was watching it, but still going to be moving into this one with a player disadvantage. And the guard setting up those post plants. You can see it. JonahP just holding a piece of utility, either to flash or do you have to shock something in line?
Yeah, he's ready to pop this. Looks like off the contact from Trent.
Crashes up top.
Got a flash coming out.
Knife in the pot flash. Crashes wants to try and capitalize, but JonahP, he's healthy. Takes him out. Marved now just trying to go for the double swing here, but FNS is left alone. Just a 1v3 with a paranoia and a swing. Great timing of that one. The guard.
It's a good start.
Win.
I know.
He's 17 years of age.
One of the youngest players at the tournament. One of the least experienced. One of the most talented. Here comes Victor going for a really fast play, but that's a team flash. Is it? No,
wow.
In fact, I think it was a counter flash coming out from JonahP.
Counter flash comes out from the guard, just absorbing the aggression. I mean, listen, I really do love that. Just anticipating that an aggressive play was going to get cooked up by Optic.
Yeah, lovely.
And being able to instantly answer back.
You need that, right? And Sayaplayer just caught a flash of Yay there for a moment. I think this is going to give him even more confidence to start going up towards C. The dog might actually kill FNS there.
Yeah. It does do damage. Direct
I think
I think it's like 30, right?
Yeah, it does.
Does enough. Damage. Does enough. Anyway, a bit of a spray through with the running gun, Spectre in hand.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, Marv. Okay, Marv. Okay.
He knows he's not going to win that.
He knows he's not going to win it. Might as well just spend your time just, you know, crouching repeatedly over your enemy's body. Why not?
You know, they're going to be throwing down a smoke, using the stun from Neon, trying to control A lobby early.
Yeah.
And they've got this lineup too for the KO nade.
Oh, that nade is massive.
It's so good. The KO nade comes up over the top, through the roof, and lands there to stop anybody taking A lobby on the attack.
An instant response there. Sayaplayer dashes them straight onto B. They realize that the A lobby control probably not going to be in the cards.
Spike planted.
Pick up onto Net. I think Net was just trying to catch the lurk up
One
into
enemy
B with
remaining.
the spike down. JonahP left alive. Only the Sheriff in his palms, and that is not enough. Not when Ye is watching the angle.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get the defuse here. Very easy refutation of the bonus round coming through from the guard.
Flawless.
And we start things off in a pretty normal manner. That's a prime game in Flawless for
Yeah.
And it's the exact same setup here for Optic.
You're going to see different approaches as well. Some teams, when they're playing against the Neon, they have different ways. This time around, the guard are just waiting it out.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if they're going to use all of that utility, the guard can wait and slowly try and retake that area later. This is such a patient, disciplined opening to the round by the guard, but they don't have very much map control as a result of it.
Yeah.
Gonna flash, make sure there's nobody pushed up deep in mid, and then it looks like Trent's gonna use his dog to be able to clear short, long, or perhaps they're going for a bit of a contact re-clear. Victor will see them.
Yeah, I think they want to regain this A-long control, the stun to push Victor off the angle. If they can regain control of this orb as well, it's going to be able to give Trent the Seekers now. A tool, another ultimate they can use. Quick clear there. Trent with the Trailblazer. Up top, though, that does spot Marved. He sends out the utility, still wants to hold it down, dodges the flash. Trent is going to be able to try and win it, but the spray down. Marved is ready for it. A quick dash up to the side. Sayaplayer is on point. valyn as well, close behind him.
valyn does amazingly there. Victor with the swing, trying to trade him out. valyn's good for 2. 3v2 in the post plant here as Yay crashies come to see if they can get the job done. Flash allows Yay to drop down. Not good enough. Crashies left in a 1v3.
Yeah, crashies does take out one of the targets, tries to make the swing. But Net, that's a shutdown for him, and
Neon.
And I do want to focus on Victor as well coming into this one, because he has had that resurgence in performance, especially after the initial loss that Optic had in this tournament. But sometimes his value on the Neon as well, especially on Haven, can be hit or miss.
I think it's the defensive side that usually ends up being a miss. He's pushed deep in mid right now.
Just clear him out.
Stunned.
He has to use the fast lane to try and escape, running around the smoke. Bit of coverage for him. Lucky to survive.
just gets out, and FNS has used both flashes and knife right now to try and bail him out and provide some level of distraction. He's the only player that's playing really towards Garage. As Optic give up B, give up both connectors. 3-stack over on A. They don't have any info. They're having to use Skye's dog just to re-clear short and give them some kind of timing.
That comes through, quick little dodge, and that means the Seekers are still in play, but that KO nade is great at splitting up Sayaplayer. Anyone from Optic able to disrupt it? Not quite. It's going to be control of the B side taken, with the spike down now. The post plans can start to be played, but it looks like Optic trying to play a bit fast there with the flash that was sent in.
The Garage push here would be phenomenal decision-making by the Guard, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. Trent taking that area of the map, backing out of it for the moment. If you just try and spam this post plan, it ends up being such RNG a lot of the time.
Caught in a fault line.
And Marved's behind them.
Yeah, surely the smoke is going to fade with the trademark ticked off. They got to know that Marved is currently flanking, but is anybody watching it? Pushing through the players. Far too many from the Guard just watching that one sight line. And
Again.
They got a good start to the second half on Icebox, and it certainly feels like those early jitters that we saw might be cooling off a little.
worked out. I think that's evident just from how much the Guard have been slowing down the start of these rounds. At the beginning of Icebox, we didn't really see too much of that from.
Yeah, it was a little rushed.
That's quite nice though.
Starts one off. valyn, he got headshot by something early on in the round.
Here.
And crashies crosshair placement's actually pretty decent for where Net was playing, but now he repositions himself, backs out, and Net has Garage control. He's going to tell Sayaplayer to meet up with him. Looks like the push is going to pinch through C.
Oh my goodness, yay! You can always count on him, man. You can always count on him to turn around these rounds. They have no right winning. Obviously, it was FNS who got that opening, but Ye's the one who's re-clearing. Now the Trailblazer, they spotted him. They know where he is, and they want to try and play aggressively right around the corner. Regaining the rifles, taking them out from their opponents here, but JonahP this timing, the swing coming straight through into C. And now Trent, he's being pressured. The paranoia. It's a lovely little combination of utility from Optic and crashies. Nice aim, thrifty win for Optic.
What a spec-round win percentage. It's crazy. What Ye is able to do with that weapon is absurd.
You want to play? Let's
Chember,
play.
powerful agent, but in the hands of Ye. See this fast approach now being taken here by the Guard. valyn actually sticks his ultimate. He's up in heaven. Has to be re-cleared now by Optic.
But all of the pace of that was taken out by FNS's knife. The 0 point caught onto Sayaplayer and removed his Jett knives.
Quick little TP's lucky that nobody was watching that sideline.
Spike planted.
Could have been disastrous for him. Deeper flash now. Trailblazer.
The dog gets so deep.
Catches onto Trent, and now you see the engagement. Optic, they've committed so much utility straight out of it. Victor, he's in the fight. He's in the thick of it. And the rest of his team follows up beautifully.
That Sayaplayer, he just
can't
can't
do
use his
anything.
ultimate. The Blade Storm completely offline, only just now coming back.
And he's got a hell of a task ahead of him. Quick dash in! Kills the diffuser, but not enough. Yay! So consistent. As hairy as that was, man. Optic gonna be taking that one away. That was...
What's that, Lassie? Just one player at default?
Yeah, that was sublime from Victor as well. Just when I was talking him up as well to have that good performance, but again, an injection, the tempo increased. The Guard not wasting any time as Sayaplayer is dashed all the way into the side. Pop flash from FNS, doesn't catch on to any players, but again, the dog just pointing and giving all that information. Still Sayaplayer wants to try and take command along with JonahP, but they're a little bit out of sync, and no one has dealt with Marved at the back of the plat. Still holding it down, but the flash is immense. The door! You've gotta be kidding me!
It's absolute filth from...
Okay,
Fortune smiles upon him
blessed by God for a moment.
as Optic tie things back up at 4 apiece. And then, Fortune giveth, Fortune taketh away.
I feel like this tournament has had so many of those moments.
Just kills through the
Vandal,
smoke.
yeah, running with a Vandal, spraying through the smoke, getting a random headshot.
Of course, it's part of the game. It's all part of the game.
Dog goes down, but Rolling Thunder committed into this round here. This is a half buy for the Guard. TPing into a close angle, and immediately look at the Guard just backing away into this round, committing ults into it.
Ye has a feeling that it's going to be a C-split, and I think he'd be correct. Net still on the lurk. Ye almost peeked it for a moment there. Flash catches him for a second. As Net finds a pick and the Seeker's blind Ye.
The Seekers give so much information. Net knew exactly where crashies was and picks that one up as well. Remember, this is a half buy for the Guard. They're currently leading. They've got the player advantage with a better weaponry. Optic still have a chance to try and swing it around. But no, they're just saving. They're just going to the complete opposite side of things.
Wow.
Saving against a half-buy.
Saving, I mean, a 3v5 save, I'm all on board for. 3v5 save against the eco is some serious level of respect. You look at their economy, FNS with only 500 credits, Marved with only 100, Yay with an operator, of course, that you wouldn't really be able to rebuy.
Yeah.
So I think this is the smart decision.
I do think that's a smart decision, yeah.
At the end of the day, Net's Lurk and Trent's Ultimate get them so much value. What are we up to here?
I don't know. Maybe exchanging guns.
Yeah.
Just checking out the skins.
Marv's got a little smile on his face.
Yeah. Probably saying what you're working with.
Thrifty.
They're not going to get hunted down by anybody. The Guard would love to take weapons out of their hands, but it's just, they're just too far. You're really looking at them in the second half to have that bite to their game.
Yeah, and the buy is a little bit scuffed here for Optic, but obviously Victor does have his ultimate as well.
Look at Victor, actually, too. They are waiting for a flash into Garage. They've got to read that the Guard are going for flashes into Garage frequently, and so Victor's got his face pressed up into the corner, with the idea being that when the flash comes in, crashies would counter flash, and Victor would, I mean, either use his frenzy or pop his ultimate and kill those people who are coming in. But the Guard are playing very slowly, very patiently here once again.
I think anticipating that there could be some sort
kind
of setup, trap play, especially when Victor has his ult online. I think Optic in the past as well. Sometimes they do take that into account with some plays that they like to make.
Absolutely. Yeah, you should always be aware of your opponent's ultimates, because they're going to build a game plan around them. Great flash pushes Ye off the angle all the way back towards A right now. And this, I think, is going to break the Garage setup too. Yeah, Victor, crashies start rotating as they realize it's probably an A push.
Oh, Paranoia, fault line, flash over the top, the Guard. They perfectly space it all out.
And FNS didn't even know where he died from, so he couldn't give that info to the rest of his team. Here comes Victor!
Victor just runs straight in, ultimate popped off, but shut down. Sayaplayer holding it close, and now up to Trent. Punish coming through, but the teammates. Sayaplayer just trying to watch his back, and at the same time, Optic going to be wishing they had somebody watching theirs. Net with a beautiful lurk through mid.
They got low money right now. Going to save this round to buy in the final, buy in round 12.
Yeah, looking towards that halftime switch. Obviously, they have to plan ahead with the money, the budget.
And the Guard right now are looking like Zeta Division. Just so slow. Unwilling to take early map control, waiting patiently for any utility to come out from the defenders, and then pushing the players, or punishing the players rather, that are pushed up, as Victor goes for a play right now.
Yeah. This is where you could see potential for things to go wrong for them. Obviously, when you give up space like this and try to retake it, because Optic, with the money situation, they're going to be taking a lot more risks. You can see it firsthand right here. Victor pushed all the way up, and they don't clear it. 2 shots rattled off. Weaponry found. He's going to escort that one back, and look at that. Whips out of the line of sight. Sayaplayer can't even take him out.
No chance. No, the best reflexes in the world couldn't hit that one.
And that's why sometimes it is dangerous to slow play against the ecos.
Of course. Of course. You've got... there is such a thing as having too much respect against an opponent. And Optic have been allowed a lifeline here.
30
Round
seconds
11.
left.
They saved. And yeah, they're having one delivered to them. Ye's in a great position again. He knows exactly where Sire is. And they didn't clear the right-hand side. That is not just a thrifty. That's a flawless. I'm going to tell him that he updrafted. So this means Optic have a chance to tie up the half, buying into the final round.
Let's play.
A deeper flash there. It's going to get them a lot of information. The Blade Storm, Sayaplayer, the updraft, and the team wants to put and apply that pressure. Crashies just trying to sidestep it, and he's going to be giving up the site entirely. Optic looking to play the retake here.
It's a good execute, but they've used a lot of utility, and Optic have been able to save theirs. Still have a flash. Victor, I mean, FNS still with 2 of them as well. Golden ultimate gets broken and sell back.
Yeah, just gets a bit of information of who might be playing there, I suppose, but the spam, valyn, is falling quite low. Now you see the engagement, Paranoia all the way through. Victor wants to just commit all of his stuns as well into it, but Trent just moves around the back. The spray control is immense. Has to lock this one through. Him and Net versus Ye, El Diablo. He'd love to clutch this one up for them, but when the tour de force is in play, it's almost an impossibility.
Extremely difficult.
In the second half, and this pistol round, a vitally important one, Josh.
Exactly what the desk was saying, right? If Optic are able to get this pistol, it draws them back left. Look at the aggression coming out immediately. Sayaplayer with the frenzy catches Ye. He is, of course, a demon on the pistol rounds. We've already seen it on both of the maps.
Yeah.
So that you could not find a better opener.
A frenzy in hand. Despite the fact that Optic have lost their star player in the form of Ye, doesn't seem like they're disheartened. The contact play all the way into A.
What a wild contact play. FNS.
No noise.
Calling this one, and it's absolutely silent. And they are so deep before Net even realizes from his position in heaven.
Right into the corner, and now Victor trying to play in hell here with the smoke popped off. The stun to try and disrupt the Trailblazer, making sure it can't get any value, but this lurk now into mid by Marved. He's just trying to catch the perfect timing still. This retake, it's coming so rapidly. The trade is there as Trent will find crashies, but where is Marved? The timing's just not quite there.
It's not there at all. Marv's lurks, they were impeccable on Icebox, but it's not going to work this time. The Guard take an absolutely pivotal pistol. And listen, I'm not counting Optic out of round 14 by any means, because we've seen some wildness with the Thrifties. But that, in theory, a full retake, not all at once.
I mean, we've seen so many of those retakes occurring as well.
Yeah.
The paranoia is cutting across the stuns.
And the teams are clinical with it. Absolutely clinical. Ye taken out as the first pick once again. Doesn't afford him any opportunity to impact these rounds with his headhunter.
For Optic, the only goal here is to maybe take out a bit of the weaponry and get that spike down. A bit more money available to them would be lovely.
Remaining.
The Guard are finding it quite easy now to clean up all these targets that might be in front of them, including the flash. FNS actually managing to dodge that and get two. Pretty good value in the end, I think, as well, considering the circumstances of the economy.
That makes a bit of a difference, that, actually.
Yeah.
They got the spike plant money, they get two of the guns away from the Guard. But this is one of those, is pretty rough. So let's take a look. Round 15, the bonus for the Guard. What have they got cooked up? Not going to be an A-lobby push here. Instead, Saya with the knives heading down C long.
And they're meeting him head on. The paranoia he dashes past the Trailblazer. And the final knife just to reset it. Sayaplayer with two. You have got to be kidding me.
That is such a good play. The fact he dodges the utility coming out from crashies too. The dog takes a dive.
That's unbelievable.
And he just goes straight past
And they've got
it.
spike control.
Yeah.
It's dropped down. What a play to cook up. And Josh...
That's gorgeous. I mean, just coming straight out of the timeout too.
You've got to think about the mind games of this as well. You're thinking, bonus round, okay.
One enemy remaining.
Well, a little bit rough there, but got it eventually.
Net gets away with it, and Victor's left in a 1v5.
Victor left alone.
I mean, you just can't win these.
Never say never.
You just can't win
You've been,
these.
yeah, never say never. He's found one.
I mean, there are 4 players all stacked up on top of the spike here, though. It is almost the most difficult situation you could be in for a 1v5, 1v4 kind of scenario.
I mean, in this scenario, you do just want to be saving the weapon. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the reality of it, right? I mean,
30 seconds
eco
left.
rounds are much more effective when you have a single rifle. He's tempted to do a bit of economical damage, but the Guard can still full buy next round, even if you killed all of them.
And look at the setup they've got as well. As soon as a player on the Guard takes contact, okay. Flash doesn't get any information. JonahP's holding the stun, and enough players watching the angles that Victor doesn't get much done. And what a play.
But, you know, as a player, you never want to give up the chance of it happening. But it's not like they have any big ults to work with. No Tour de Force online. I mean, they don't have a Bladestorm, obviously, not running a Jett. And Victor 2 points away from his ult, too.
And how fast Sayaplayer is able to take space there on top of the bricks to watch that angle down, but the anticipated contact play here by Optic again. It's like another B-leaning play with the trademark destroyed. Trent is ready for it, but as the crossfire is enabled, Optic are such a scary team. Rifle picked up, but eventually put back down again as crashies is sent
Spike
back to the
planted.
respawn queue. Has to watch his team try and close out this round without him. Quick little swing!
What a
Yay!
push.
Beautiful win.
What a push, what a timing for Ye to find. And the flash, it catches Sayaplayer even though they have no idea it did so. They must know that Sayaplayer was playing over towards the A side
What
of
can he
things.
do, Josh, with this operator, man?
So difficult in a 1v2 clutch.
Enemy remaining.
Gets the first one. Does not know where the second player is. The updraft into the cloud burst. A little bit delayed in terms of the inputs, and it means that FNS knew exactly the relief on the Optic players there.
I think that's exactly the emotion that they're feeling there. It keeps them close in the map.
Now Victor on this attack side. You can see the disrespect he's showing to this A lobby control. Still, It seems like the Guard are ready for it. Trent was holding down that angle. I think he was supplementing it with the flash that he had as well. And now using the dog just to clear through A long, ensuring that no player is going to be holding a deep angle there.
Looks like they're headed towards B once again, and they know what that defensive setup looked like. KO nade over in the corner from FNS.
But look at this. The setup that's being played here with the rolling thunder. JonahP is ready for this. They're trying to play to disrupt this plant. And it gets tapped there by crashies. They're trying to force out the ultimate disobeyed by Optic.
And they get everything. They're back through garage.
This quick swing comes through. They're trying to get these pickoffs. Still the Guard. With an F's falling, Trent flashes through into the backside of it. Marved has to hold this down while Ye plants.
It looks like an amazing position, but they knew he was there.
And Marv 66 health. So much pressure on his shoulders now. Ye able to hold down at garage angle with the operator. Quick little updraft as well. They're swinging from two different elevations. Ye has fallen. Marved into 1v2. He'd love to win this out for his team. 66 health. Tries to go for the tap, but the swing timing again from Sayaplayer. Amazing spacing.
Just perfect play from the Guard in that 1v2 towards the end. JonahP with a very small jiggle, and then Sayaplayer Ferrari swings out as JonahP backs off. Optic, 6-11 down right now. Struggling to really find themselves a value on the executes, I think.
Well, Josh, you were talking about his tour de force usage. He's found a massive one. Without opening pick, Victor just running all the way into the back of the site, and JonahP, okay. Just staring at the side profile of crashies for a second, admiring it, and now you see the recontest, the flash, right into mid. Marv just completely blind Yedo. A quick scope, has to whip out a headhunter as he's stunned up, just right round, but not able to get his way out of that one.
And I really feel like Trent is starting.
That was our single, if they were just BMing. Celebrating before they killed Ye, who knows? I mean, listen. It's good that they got the confidence, but
map
insane
point.
map point for the Guard on Optic's map pick.
We've seen so far in this tournament many times people trading on map picks. Net a little late with the rendezvous, and Optic find the first two openers.
Just the contact push through the smoke there. They knew that there could have been something happening.
JonahP's got his breach hold up. The Rolling Thunder's online again. He only had that a couple of rounds ago, but he just farmed so many kills in the prior. That could end up making a difference right now. Look at the positioning from the Guard, though. They're so far away. It feels like a save.
Yeah, insanely passive. They are just going to be saving.
3v4 when you have breach ult. If they were in position here, I think they'd go for it. But they're worried about the connectors.
Sure,
both connectors are being controlled by Optic.
Yeah.
And so as you try and get into position, you're probably going to get caught by crashies, for example.
Oh, wow, the patience. Sayaplayer knows. Another player just skipping a hop up into heaven. They are trying to hunt them. And yeah, if you just look, okay, JonahP, that's not ideal when you want to do.
Here's the A push.
Oh,
the one that I was talking about before from the Guard. This is it coming out right here. 4-person push.
It's a quad push. And they've done it enough, but I believe the first time they pulled it out in this match. And this map. Yedo trying to hold this one forwards, and here it is. The players, they just have the numbers advantage. The Guard are able to just swarm it through, and they just leave Net to hold it low, and still as a lurk all the way through. Net just a quick swing, has the TP, but FNS is none the wiser.
And what a play. It's such a classic. Straight from the playbook of